Cheers. Hey, yo, what's up? Good morning. Good morning, crypto fam. Good morning, crypto lovers, XRP fam, XRP lovers. How are we feeling today? What is up? What's up? Cheers. Cheers. I know. Good times, great oldies. The crypto market's a little bit down. XRP's down 20%. 20%. 20% down. What does that mean? What else has happened inside the last 24 hours since I saw you last? How are you guys feeling? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Cheers. Good morning. How are you? How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. It stinks that Swell won't be streamed live. I know. Let's say hey to the room. What's going on? Ahmed Ali. Oh, you guys can't even see me. Yo. Hey. Cheers. Good morning. Don't worry. We're ready early today. We've got the blue blockers, and we're going in heavy. We're going in swinging. What's happening out there? Why is the price dropping? What's going on in the crypto world? Where can you keep your crypto to be safe? What's the best exchange? Who's making money? All the big questions, all the big answers. Seems like there's a lot of people talking out there now. A lot of new commenters in the space. A lot of new people that are ready to share their opinion. If only they knew what they're talking about, then we might be able to listen. Some people I just can't listen to. At all. Let's say hey to the room. Let's say hey to the peoples in the room. What's going on, cheeps and chimps? Hey, yo, Ahmed. What's up? Hey, Ahmed. Tebow, what's up? Cal Capone. Hola, what's up? Cal Capone. Diane Fitz Ripple. What's up? Corey Ziegelman. What's up? Jack Levy. What up, Jack Levy? Finally, you got to be here on time. Congratulations. What's up? Diane, Jack, XRP Grind, Egbertina, Corey, Gel-Fire's over. Okay, in the neck of the woods that I am. Nice. What's up, Winross, XRP, Bodhi Chihuahua. What is up? XRP Populous, Dane Charles, Bradley. What's up? Ticket to the Moon, JD, Leonardo de Caprice. Hello. Swell is coming. How many more days? Till Swell? 6 days. What's up? What is up? Swell. People are excited. Loving the drop. We're at 45 cents, 46 cents. We're at 45. This is old. We need to refresh this bad boy. 45 cents. What do you guys think about that? Who's excited about the drop? Who panicked? What's up? What's going on? Heyo, how's it going? Hit that record button? Okay, if you insist. We're ready to record. I only just joined. What did you miss? Heyo, good morning. How are you? What's up? What's up, nerds? You want to make $100 or more every time it goes up a penny after 50 cents. Me too, bro. Me too. Me 3. Yo, you good? No, you good? Tell me how you are. Wall Street Journal's dropping some fake news, apparently. What's up? Hey, room. What's up? Michael Bliss says, I know I don't know. At least I know I don't know. That's a good way to be. Chris Rodriguez is asking about the info regarding the SEC meeting. Well, we know what they told us, which was a while back now. They said, is the gain a little too high on this bad boy? They said a while back, we're not specialists and we're not experts, so we're inviting specialists and experts. Hence why they invited some of the chief cryptographers from Ripple Labs and from a few other cryptocurrency exchanges, I believe, to be an advisor to what should be done. And I like that approach. I think that means a lot. If you don't know what you're talking about, possibly you should ask those that do, instead of just making t-shirts and selling them or whatever. I don't know. That's cool though. That's cool. Any info regarding today's SEC meeting? Yeah, they're asking people who know. And that's smart. It's smart, yeah. I think that's smart. Who doesn't think that's smart? You should probably ask someone who knows what they're talking about. Bonjour, buongiorno, hello, what's up? What's up, Nigel? What's up, Investor K? What's up, Crypto Catherine? Hello, hello. Too low, too low. Never too low. You panicked and bought more? Okay. That doesn't sound like a bad problem, honestly. That doesn't sound like a, you know what? That doesn't sound like a bad problem. You bought more at 58 cents and at 52 cents. You know what? So did a lot of people. So did a lot of people. It seemed like a good idea at the time. You know? I can't blame you. Yeah, XRP is not for weak hands. It's for hard holders. Those who can hodl hard. I'm a brother and another mother. What's up? What's up? Oh, hey, what's up? My brother from another mother. How's it going? Aaron C. How are you today? Manchester, yo, what's up? I know it's not going to zero. I agree. We can agree it's not going to go to zero. Yeah, no, you're right. Yo, what's up? What is up? Smash the like button. Smash that like button. Give me the smash. You know how we do it. We come in early and hang out and kick it for a minute before we do the news. I like to get a nice rapport going with the room. You tell me what's going on. Talk to me about what's happening in your world. You guys seen any exciting news that I need to be aware about? Tell me more. Tell me what you know. XRP down to 45 cents in Binance. It dropped down to 45 cents. 45.28, I believe, is where we were at here. Yep. This is the 1 minute window in Binance. Yo. Topped up at 47. So it dropped down below 45 for a second. We were down here at 446 and it came back. What is up? What is up? Cheers. Good morning. I saw some really interesting ideas about Jed. Him like overselling. Have you guys seen that? He's like overselling his allotted amount. Like he's not supposed to sell more than a specific amount because he has a bunch of XRP and part of their agreement is he can't sell more than a certain amount inside of a certain time. I think someone said, I'm not sure how real it is, but someone said on Twitter that he broke that agreement and he's selling more than he's supposed to. Now, that sounds not good. That's not good. But that brought up an interesting conversation. Jack Levy says, I FOMO'd hard. Bro, we all FOMO'd hard. Believe you me. We've seen enough of this. XRP move! XRP! To FOMO ourselves in. I believe it. Breaking news. FOMO's real. FOMO's real, people. FOMO's real. Breaking news. You FOMO'd hard at 50, at 56, at 63. Your average is still under 50. Good for you. Good for you. That's what I was going to say. That's what I thought was funny. So I was looking at someone talking about Jed selling his XRP more than he's supposed to. JD said he's not selling it. I believe it. I believe he's not selling it. But that brought up another interesting point that they were saying Stellar always has some interesting price moves away from the market. They were saying that they think Jed's personally just pumping his own coin, which I realized probably is very likely. He's probably buying into his own coin, just like how we think Vitalik kind of bought his way back into the number 2 spot. I would say that's very possible for Jed Stellar to be purchasing themselves out of bear markets. Like when everything else is dropping, they're like, let's buy ourselves green. It'll look real good for the numbers. And then boom, that's what happens. You have the numbers showing that support. People are asking what happened to Stellar, etc., etc. Hey yo, what's up? Hey, what's up, Aiden? What's up, Justin? What's up, Bradley? What's up, fam? What's up, Aaron? What's up, Sreet? Chrono? How are we feeling? That news is fake news. Yeah, I know. That's the funny part, though, is that sure, it's fake news that he's overselling, but the real news is that Stellar acts in interesting ways. He might be purchasing his way out of dips, is what I'm saying. Yeah, fist the like button. Forbes magazine talking about Coil. We mentioned that yesterday, and you're right. That's pretty big. Them highlighting YouTubers and Twitchers being able to stream or get paid in streaming payments. I just retweeted something about Uber and Lyft. Well, I also just retweeted that, but let's look at that in a second. Hey, what's up? What's up, Rod? What is up? What's up? I just tweeted this, retweeting Stephen Deep's tweet about Uber and Lyft should adopt RippleNet so that they can pay their drivers, their rideshare drivers, can get paid in real time. Think about something like Coil, where there's streaming payments. The payments are streaming, drops of payments streaming in just from every moment they drive, going straight to their account. No more cash out, no more waiting, etc., etc. Hey, what's up, Jake? What's up, Rod? What's up, XRP Populist, Ed French, 2 Crypto Savage? Thank you so much. Abundance and prosperity to you all. Abundance and prosperity to everyone. Cheers. Good tidings. Happy birthday and Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. All those things. Whatever makes you feel good. Whatever feels good, it's yours. It's yours. So thinking, yeah, I agree. Lyft and Uber, where you at? XRP powered rideshare. Can you do it? Who can do it first? Streaming payments to rideshare, to ridesharers. And that was, thinking about, the Coil mention in Forbes is pretty big. Coil mention in Forbes. We talked about that yesterday. Also, what happened yesterday, Jungle got his channel back. Hooray. Hurrah. Breaking news. Jungle got his channel back. That's very cool. We were all celebrating. Everybody was tipping everybody yesterday. It was exciting. It was exciting day. It was exciting day for all. Yeah. Says we all had fun. So Jungle got his channel back. Really thanks to the community for that. Cheers and salute to every single one of you that took the time to email and retweet and put your energy into that. Even the smallest act of retweeting or emailing Susan did a lot, obviously. It showed that the community does care about Jungle's channel, and we are stronger because of that. We're stronger, I think, as a community because of that. So cheers, good times, great oldies. Smash the like button. Yes, hello, what's up? Welcome, Hudger, Vitav, Don, Releka, what up? Direct Hit Red 5, Mark CV, what's up, fam? Cyber Kenobi, Diane, Miyagi, what's up, Clawada, and Joseu, salutations. Hello. Yes, blockchain is growing. It's growing well. This was yesterday's news. Touching on it for a moment, Ripple could be boosted by exciting new payment options. That was yesterday's news. Let's do it. 11 o'clock. Time for news. Breaking news. Woo! That's right. Breaking news. What is happening in the world today? No, it's not comedy time. Breaking news time. One of the bigger things that happened already was JPMorgan talking about their own blockchain. We tweeted that right here. Blockchain-based payment project. So this is why you guys should probably follow me on Twitter. I do tweet out some things that are relevant. Sometimes they're just random nonsense. Blockchain-based payment project led by JPMorgan has now signed up 75 banks to help testing. Let me give you the too long didn't read version. They're using Quorum. That uses Ethereum. Ethereum, not really the best long-term option for building out enterprise solutions for, but they'll do it anyway. That doesn't stop them. They do have 75 banks signed up to support this testing, but again, this is kind of more like an intranet system. It doesn't offer the same safety and security that these standalone blockchain digital assets do. That's too long, didn't read, version done, check. Moving through the headlines. We can read into it more. It's pretty much just that. They're talking about what they've been able to do and accomplish inside that space. Yo, what's up? Hey, yo, what's up? Jake, what's up? Mikey Segs, Clara B, hey, yo, Red 5, Malaka, what's up? Kenny, Jason. Yeah, it does sound like a threat to XRP from a generalized standpoint, but it's not, because of how they're still, I think, using an intranet that also, again, uses Ethereum. So Quorum using Ethereum, costly, not as effective, and also they're using an intranet version, so not even a risk. It doesn't even compete. They're basically just using it with like the payment channels they already have. XRP is developing payment corridors into high risk environments that then they can source liquidity, etc., etc. Not a risk. No risk. What's up? Hinzi Otolowski. What is up? How's it going? It does not... No, I don't think it's a threat. I think you're right. I think it's good to go. So why are they using it if it isn't good? Vetever, thank you for asking a great question. That's a good question. And the reason, this is a great question to kind of highlight where we are as an industry standard. Banks were avoiding updating their standards of security and messaging for decades, right? Swift came out and Swift was telling people forever, like, you banks, you guys should use this. And they were ignoring them because they didn't need to, because there was no necessity, right? Necessity wasn't there. Legacy systems in general don't usually make updates willingly. They're not just going to innovate for fun. They're going to innovate by necessity if there's a security risk. So these traditional banking systems were reluctant to even adopt the Swift network, and it was out for years before they even started adopting it. The only reason they started adopting it was because they had to, because of the security risks that were plaguing the older systems. Now, what does that really mean for these new systems? Well, it really means that they're going to use what they have as long as they can. And this is like a Band-Aid for what they have. Competing with Swift possibly is not what I would consider it, because we're looking at, Swift and RippleNet. We're pairing them together now. We're like thinking they're going to be working together. That's the speculation, the dot connecting that people have been doing. Sometimes I like that dot connecting, and sometimes I'm like, this looks great. These people do look like they're working together for a group, a group benefit. Sometimes dot connecting feels a little bit crazy. It's like, sometimes a little bit out there. Adopt or die, exactly. That's what it comes down to. The real idea is that this is kind of like a Band-Aid for their older systems. Hey, what's up, Kyle? What is up? How's it going? What's up, Clara B? What's up, Danielle, Relic, Jason? Hey yo. Clara B says the article says Quorum is better, more scalable than RippleNet. I don't know. I don't remember that part. We can go look at that. Sorry, I don't remember that part. Let's go look at it. Let's read the article. One of the things right away that I think is interesting is that they're placing Swift as part of the legacy systems and Ripple as part of a new startup. But if they're going to work together, if they even work together even in a small portion of their transactions, then they're now one camp. So competing with them would be pretty hard as far as pulling in a new technology. But again, I don't think this is a new technology. I think this is them looking at strengthening their payment rails they have, because what we're saying is basically the security risks that are inherent for these systems become highlighted as billions of dollars get hacked out. Now, that doesn't seem like the best option when you lose money, right? So they're looking at how can we keep it safe right now before we're forced to move over to whatever RippleNet's doing, which they're probably scared of. They're probably like, I don't even know how to do that. So many of the other projects in existence are either on a smaller scale or an earlier stage, and JPMorgan, head of blockchain, said this is the single biggest. JPMorgan is one of the several banks trying to bring blockchain technology into mainstream. That last sentence, that them saying this is the biggest, I don't think that we can take that as anything other than pure opinion by their own head of blockchain, who probably doesn't even understand really their competition's technology. Most of the other projects in existence are either on a smaller scale or at an earlier stage. Either reference to that, I think if they are talking about RippleNet, in reality, that's not true. You know, they're considering if it's in an earlier stage that they can't compete. I would say that they already have more bank partners than JPMorgan with RippleNet. So that's, and they even have, I think at this point, 10% of, they have 7 banks on XRapid. So that's 10% are now using XRapid. So that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough for them just to make up lies like that. Their opinion doesn't hold well. Doesn't hold well. So that was one of the things that was interesting. Also, we have the discussion about XRapid. Can it be technically brought live with a lack of clarity for regulation? I know people think that we're about to have this moment right now. I think, you know, there's a lot of people speculating that we're about to go live, and I'm okay with that. I think I saw someone else speculating that we might not see any live action because of there's no announcement for the clarity of XRP, but that might not stop them. We don't know what the NDAs are exactly, so we still have 6 days to find out what happens at Swell and what the announcement is around XRP exactly. What does it mean, too, when we look at the development of what else happened today? There was obviously, other than the big price boost that puts XRP double the price what it was this time, you know, last week. Looking at running down through the numbers, looking at all the tokens, every single one kind of seeing a big drop right now. The entire crypto market taking a dive, sinking back down. Luke K says that Swell is consensus version 2.0, all hype, no change. Don't get me wrong, if they announce XRapid going live immediately at the time of announcing it, I'm sure it'll go up. But if not, then nothing will come of it. That's kind of how I feel too. That's how I feel. Yeah, just to take a step back, thank you Vitiver for commenting. Just to take a step back and think about the perspective, has anyone come up with a better solution? Even referencing Andreas Antonopoulos, talking about people are saying, why would banks use these? You know, thinking about why would banks use these is the reason why JPMorgan's intranet with Quorum will fail, because they're highlighting maybe using a part of Ethereum as to have a solution for Quorum, but it's not going to be able to stand the test of time and the security vulnerabilities of these siloed blockchains that will be focused together through interoperability of ILP. Those will be functioning more efficiently and have a greater security standard compared to some of these other systems. And all it's going to take is 1 or 2 big hacks, like we've seen obviously hacks happen in crypto, but they don't talk a lot about the hacks or the potential hacks that happen in some of those legacy banking systems. Those are the ones that really at this point are going to continually compound interest into RippleNet or crypto or just blockchain in general, especially the siloed ones that are not paired to intranets. There's a difference between an intranet and an internet, and there's a big difference between the two. Yes, smash the like button. Everyone, please smashy the like button. It means a lot. Just go ahead and take your thumb and smash el likeo button. That's all you have to do is just smash the like button, and then we're good to go. Moving on. Moving on to why. Well, actually, this is a good comment. Dot connecting is wishful thinking. It would be nice, but it's still a competition at this point. I agree, Wayne XRP, with this. I think that when you see like this announcement talking about Santander is one of the banks using their testnet, this 75 bank testnet that JPMorgan was talking about. Santander is one of the test banks. Santander is one of the test banks. I agree that just because they're shaking hands doesn't mean that they're gonna be besties forever, right? Like they could be developing diplomacy now, and they could betray each other for their own individual benefit moving forward very easily, and that wouldn't surprise anyone in my mind. And I think looking at who's building something that's open and interoperable, like the XRP pair to ILP, that's what's going to continually bring people back to this understanding of XRP as a standard. I just saw another article that I was looking at talking about, I think it was Saudi Arabia thinking about making like their, obviously we know Saudi Arabia is going with the shift towards making a smart city with blockchain. I think that one of their banks is talking about doing more with blockchain and Swift, and people are speculating that means XRP is going to be involved. At this point, every time I hear new anything in the financial industry being developed with a payment rail, or new anything being developed with exchanges or base currencies, and they don't necessarily name anything specific, I'm kind of reluctant to jump on the bandwagon of just yelling XRP and throwing XRP at every single announcement. But in my heart of hearts, I do it. I still do it. I still think like, oh man, they're launching a base pairing of what? Like they're going to use blockchain to tie together the tokens or the securities in United Arab Emirates. Okay, I wonder what base currency they'll use. Or, like all the lists of things you see being developed around the world. Swift keeps getting hacked. It's always getting hacked. It's exactly right. It is getting hacked. Yo, hey, thanks. Ripple OG, thank you so much. The 589 will be the percentage of gain from the base price. Interesting. All right. Pew, pew. What's up, Ripple OG? Thank you so much. I know XRP, everything I saw future, and maybe you will laugh at me, says Patrick. Okay, well, what did you see in the future, Patrick? Tell us more. Tell us more about the future, Patrick. Clarity. The beginning of Moonshot, then boats. If XRapid's not announced, then I do think that the price might suffer. So yeah, Richard Chamberlain just asked, KFN, if XRapid is not announced at Swell, do you think the price could fall? And this is what I've kind of been afraid of, but I didn't want to say it. I really want to feel like this is just going to be like the best thing ever, because I'm super excited about XRP all the time, thinking like XRP is like new digital water. If you guys are into the DAO, XRP is like the new digital water. I'm excited about it. I think it offers a lot of potential. I think we should all be learning how to code on it or build things on it. That's what I want to do more personally. But do I think the price will suffer? I think potentially we've seen, if we're not seeing XRapid testing, then we're seeing whale manipulation, knowing that we're excited about this release. And what that means is that they might be anticipating some, if there is some disappointment there and the price reflects that, I would expect more manipulation. I can't say what that means. I think that we've maintained a higher level. I think that we found some support, some resistance to going below some of these other prices, but noticing that a lot of that has been some of these big buy orders. There's some big limit buy and sells that have been sitting on the walls of both sides, really pushing some money around. We don't know whose money that is. JD's right. JD's right. I don't know if it'll keep us hydrated either. We might need real water. Honestly, the best two assets moving forward, probably water and digital water. It's all you need. It's all you need. Tomorrow will be a good day. End of year $30, says Shuba Khan. Just trying to catch up on some of your comments. Special XRP future. Okay, what's the special XRP future, man? Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know. Yeah, Ripple right now is sitting down with the SEC. So, is there an announcement? Can they push through an announcement in like a week? Can they push through an announcement in 4 days and be like, guess what? XRP clarity regulation good to go. XRP's fine. We like it. It's a standard. We're going to actually use it for things. That's it. Would they say that? Is that how easy it is? I don't know. Would they tell us? Or would they wait until after all the banks are using it and shuffling it around? There is a live stream at the moment about crypto relations in the U.S. hosted by an office. Okay. Chris K., are you saying we should go look for a live stream right now? We haven't even done the crypto news yet. Let's do crypto news. I feel like we got distracted. Ripple has fallen sharply. Why is it falling? We looked at this. I looked at this a moment ago. They're saying the reason it's falling is just because too long didn't read version. They're saying that price is falling because the price has gone up. Wow. Imagine that. Smart. Who wrote this? Billy? Billy, you're doing so good. Billy, you're doing good, bro. You're right. Guys, the price is down because it was up. That's what Billy basically said. No, literally, that's what he said. I'm telling you. I'm not joking. What he said. Okay? This week's price fall from last Friday highs don't appear to be down because of fresh news, but rather from investors taking profits from that spike. So he thinks that people took money from the spike. That's why it's down. Honestly, if you look at the two coins, Bitcoin and XRP over the week, you gotta recognize, well, let's look at it inside Binance. It looks better. Don't crash. Don't crash. So if we look at it inside of a day parameter of, well, let's look at it inside the 6 hour. All right, so where was that? Boom, 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 right there. Let's look at XRP inside the 6 hour too. There's a little bit of a correlation there. Can you see this correlation? It's like, right here, down. Right there, down. So there's definitely a correlation of it wasn't maybe just XRP people taking money. It might have actually been BTC sinking as well. There's a possibility there, but that's okay. They don't want us to know that. They don't want you to know. XRP fallen sharply after last week's spike. It's true. It's true. Also in the news, in the headlines, over 9 billion wiped off XRP value after a surprise spike in cryptocurrency price. Sounds like the same news, honestly. Same headline. XRP's down after a big spike. We know that. We can see it. We are all very aware of this. Thank you so much. Next headline. Crypto market continues to see red. Again, the same idea. Crypto market continues to see red. XRP and Ether tumble. Ether's down 10%. XRP was down by almost 20% there for a moment. Looking at the coins inside the year is kind of interesting. And I might even just say, like, look at what coins are down inside the year. Bitcoin right now, inside the year, down slightly. That's kind of crazy. Bitcoin inside the year is down. No, that's not right. It's pretty close. I noticed Ethereum is down below its year mark. That was interesting to look at. People are like all these SMEs, like all these SME solutions are being built out right now on Ethereum, but it's actually down. It's down a good deal. It's down 10% from its year. So in a year metric, Ethereum's down. That's kind of bonkers. Down 10%. So it's for the first time we're entering into a set of parameters where you can see some coins are not doing well within the year. And that alone made me realize maybe we should be really appreciative of this last price jump in XRP because we were right near that year bottom. If we didn't hit that bump a year ago, we were at 20 cents, at 27, 25 cents. So we're looking at falling below our year price. We might be a little bit excited that we had some movement, putting us at least up inside the year somewhat. So that's interesting to look at. Some of these coins are starting to put themselves below their year price last year. I think EOS is one of them maybe. I think Stellar's not, and I think Cardano's not, but some of them are. Like Bitcoin Cash is one of the ones I kind of worried about there for a minute, thinking about inside the year, they have not made any movement. They're at the same price, if not less. They're $10 less than they were a year ago. And this is where it's starting to get interesting. If you look at some of these numbers and you look at the long-term year metrics of these coins, what coins are doing well? You know, inside the year, what coins are doing well? And there's only a couple. And it's the ones that are still trudging away every day with their strong team, showing up, shaking hands, demonstrating their potential. Yeah, and the volume. What's the volume at today? XRP volume's actually at 1.2 billion. It's above EOS. Above EOS volume. Yeah, and that's what's crazy. That's what's crazy is if you look at it inside the year, if it goes anywhere near its all-time highs, you basically have the same buy-in right now as you did before the all-time run-ups last year. But that kind of makes me a little bit nervous. It makes me a little bit nervous that we're not going to see anywhere close to an exact repeat. We're probably going to have a big shift and a big dynamic structural change for these coins. That's why I think it's really important for us to pay attention to what's actually taking place in the market, what's actually being used and paired and seeing movement. Bitcoin ELFs, you know, right before Christmas, is that going to be a thing? Is that going to be a big thing? They put off the last ELF. They're still debating it. They're talking with the SEC today. They're literally doing the live SEC chat today. So what does that mean? You know, what are we going to see? Thinking about clarity for the SEC. They're doing this chat right now. Someone said there's a live chat. Let's just see crypto SEC chat regulation. Yo. Hey, Wayne, XRP. It's a great question. Normally, I like to be very transparent with you guys and tell you exactly what I'm doing. You know, the last time there was some movement, I was trading a little bit and taking percentages here or there. Last time that it hit a run, I was on a fishing boat. Last time there was a run, I was on a fishing boat, so I didn't do anything other than clap my hands. Clap my hands. You know how you do it. You know how you go. Clap my hands. Yeah, so no, I didn't do anything last time it ran up. I just bought more. And well, I just bought more right before and then I just held through.
No. No.
So we're looking for this SEC chat crypto regulation YouTube live. Patrick, what are you spamming the room with? Are you spamming the room with your social security number? Is that what that is? Trillions of dollars. Hey, nerd, go look at Rep Davidson hosts. That's not. I typed that in. Rep Davidson hosts. First link, this one live. Let's check it out.
After this event. And so it's really a call for papers for input as to what should this market look like in the United States. The potential for initial coin offerings is tremendous. It certainly far exceeds the tech sector or the financial sector. I've talked with CEOs of very substantial entities that see the benefit of having something that isn't common stock or even traditional shares that approximates the tokens that are out there today and can be used with a wide range of application. It has the potential to transform the way companies of all sizes raise capital, but it has an opportunity to deal with things in a way that protect privacy, that provide security, and if we get it right, may actually increase transparency. Right now, it is a little bit like the Wild West. You can see the call in recent weeks in the UK to kind of put it into the Wild West. And it's interesting to see the UK talk about the Wild West. I'm not sure what it means there. But there's this opportunity right now where, unfortunately, some folks have crept in and used the regulatory arbitrage in a bad way. There's some fraud in the industry. And I think the legitimate players in the industry have a desire for some sort of regulatory certainty so that we can make it easier to detect, prevent, and prosecute fraud. So I think we all have a common interest in that. But I really look forward to your ideas. So I don't want to talk too much longer. I want to give my colleague Ted Budd a chance to speak. But I want to highlight a little bit about the format. So as Jerry's going through this, you'll understand. We have 3 sections. So if you look on your table, you have an agenda where you've got token taxonomy. I believe the folks that this is most relevant to, it's relevant to everyone in the room, and many people who couldn't be here are generally seated on this end of the room. And we'll direct most of the comments towards that section. So people will have 2 minutes. We'll have people with mobile microphones who will come to you. So you'll raise your hand, seek to be recognized, and Jerry will moderate those comments. However, everyone in the room is able to participate on any given topic, and we'll see how the dialogue goes. From time to time, we'll interject follow-up questions I anticipate. And then as we go down to the next discussion topic, that's towards the center of the room. It didn't quite get laid out the way we wanted. I don't think we need this much of a platform for our space. So apologies, it's not quite laid out the way the diagram in your handouts shows. But there's folks in the center where compliance and consumer protection might be the most relevant topic. But everyone's welcome to comment. And then, finally, as we look at the rest, you're generally in the back over there. So the neat thing about this room, in my opinion, the Library of Congress is one of the most beautiful buildings the United States government owns. This room is the members' room. It's obviously a bit older, and so the lighting isn't the most beautiful in that sense, but the room itself is. So hopefully you find it a neat space, and most of all, that you'll find it a productive meeting. So thanks so much, and I'd like to hand it over to my colleague, Ted Budd.
Thank you, Warren. Really appreciate and again, I think we're going to have Congressman Emmer join us here in a little bit, but Warren, really appreciate your friendship and your leadership on this, and also to Ron from your staff, and Jerry for moderating today. Really appreciate you and your leadership in this whole industry, what we call the Wild West, and maybe we're the Wild West as far as being from the West here. I'm just glad to know that you clarified, Warren, how people were arranged in this room. and then it's not by party. I was thinking this was unaffiliated. It's here in the middle. I didn't know. But anyway, glad you all are here. I want to just mention a couple of things that we have a letter going out this week to the SEC on token clarity. In that letter, we're asking, that's Warren Davidson, Tom Emmer, and myself, we're asking for guidelines on what makes a security a token or not, or what makes a security a token or not. We ask for better articulation of SEC policy, and ultimately, we're asking for formal guidance in that letter. I've also got HR 5036, the Financial Technology Protection Act. It's on the suspension calendar for coming up this Wednesday. This is a non-regulatory bill that gives the private sector additional tools and resources to deal with the illicit use of digital currency. So this is a timely event for each and every one of us here, so I'm grateful for each of you for joining us, and I know this is going to be a great discussion, so thank you so much.
Thank you very much. For those who don't know me, my name is Jerry Brito, and I'm the Executive Director of Coin Center. Coin Center is an independent nonprofit based here in DC, and we're focused on the public policy issues that affect cryptocurrencies and open blockchain networks. So I'm very honored to be moderating this discussion. Until a day or two ago, I was slated to be a panelist, and Mr. Davidson and staff very graciously asked if I might step in sort of as an independent expert to call on folks. Trying to lead the discussion.
Opportunity for input for people who can be here, but it is also a call for papers, because as we've tried to keep the size somewhat small so that we can get input from everyone, you'll see that it's going to be challenging for this many people to be heard in a meaningful way. The potential for initial coin offerings is tremendous. It certainly far exceeds the tech sector or the financial sector. I've talked with CEOs of very substantial entities that see the benefit of having something that isn't common stock or even traditional shares that approximates the tokens that are out there today and can be used with a wide range of application. It has the potential to transform the way companies of all sizes raise capital, but it has an opportunity to deal with things in a way that protect privacy, that provide security, and if we get it right, may actually increase transparency. Right now, it is a little bit like the Wild West. You can see the call in recent weeks in the UK to kind of put it into the Wild West, and it's interesting to see the UK talk about the Wild West. I'm not sure what it means there. But there's this opportunity right now where, unfortunately, some folks have crept in and used the regulatory arbitrage in a bad way. There's some fraud in the industry, and I think the legitimate players in the industry have a desire for some sort of regulatory certainty, so that we can make it easier to detect, prevent, and prosecute fraud. So I think we all have a common interest in that, but I really look forward to your ideas. So I don't want to talk too much longer. I want to give my colleague Ted Budd a chance to speak, but I want to highlight a little bit about the format. So as Jerry's going through this, you'll understand. We have three sections. So if you look on your table, you have an agenda where you've got token taxonomy. I believe the folks that this is most relevant to, it's relevant to everyone in the room, and many people who couldn't be here are generally seated on this end of the room, and we'll direct most of the comments towards that section. So people will have 2 minutes. We'll have people with mobile microphones who will come to you, so you'll raise your hand, seek to be recognized, and Jerry will moderate those comments. However, everyone in the room is able to participate on any given topic, and we'll see how the dialogue goes. From time to time, we'll interject follow-up questions I anticipate. And then as we go down to the next discussion topic, that's towards the center of the room. It didn't quite get laid out the way we wanted. I don't think we need this much of a platform for our space. So apologies, it's not quite laid out the way the diagram in your handouts shows. But there's folks in the center where compliance and consumer protection might be the most relevant topic, but everyone's welcome to comment. And then, finally, as we look at the rest, you're generally in the back over there. So the neat thing about this room, in my opinion, the Library of Congress is one of the most beautiful buildings the United States government owns. This room is the members' room. It's obviously a bit older, and so the lighting isn't the most beautiful in that sense, but the room itself is. So hopefully you find it a neat space, and most of all, that you'll find it a productive meeting. So thanks so much, and I'd like to hand it over to my colleague, Ted Budd.
Thank you, Warren. Really appreciate and again, I think we're going to have Congressman Emmer join us here in a little bit, but Warren, really appreciate your friendship and your leadership on this, and also to Ron from your staff, and Jerry for moderating today. Really appreciate you and your leadership in this whole industry, what we call the Wild West, and maybe we're the Wild West as far as being from the West here. I'm just glad to know that you clarified, Warren, how people were arranged in this room, and then it's not by party. I was thinking this was unaffiliated. It's here in the middle. I didn't know. But anyway, glad you all are here. I want to just mention a couple of things that we have a letter going out this week to the SEC on token clarity. In that letter, we're asking, that's Warren Davidson, Tom Emmer, and myself, we're asking for guidelines on what makes a security a token or not, or what makes a security a token or not. We ask for better articulation of SEC policy, and ultimately, we're asking for formal guidance in that letter. I've also got HR 5036, the Financial Technology Protection Act. It's on the suspension calendar for coming up this Wednesday. This is a non-regulatory bill that gives the private sector additional tools and resources to deal with the illicit use of digital currency. So this is a timely event for each and every one of us here, so I'm grateful for each of you for joining us, and I know this is going to be a great discussion, so thank you so much.
Thank you very much. For those who don't know me, my name is Jerry Breedow, and I'm the Executive Director of Coin Center. Coin Center is an independent nonprofit based here in DC, and we're focused on the public policy issues that affect cryptocurrencies and open blockchain networks. So I'm very honored to be moderating this discussion. Until a day or two ago, I was slated to be a panelist, and Mr. Davidson and his staff very graciously asked if I might step in sort of as an independent expert to call on folks and sort of try to lead the discussion. I want to, first of all, thank Mr. Davidson for his leadership and putting us together and bringing together this amazing group of folks for what is a much-needed discussion, as well as Mr. Budd for coming, his leadership actually, in a lot of the policy issues around this topic. And I also want to especially thank all of you for coming all the way out here. I know many of you have traveled from around the country to be here today, and it shows how important how seriously all of you take coming to DC and engaging in a constructive and productive dialogue with folks here who want to get the rules right so we can have an innovative and productive industry. As this is the last legislative session week before elections, and it's also considered a fly-in day, as we say here, members like Mr. Soto, Mr. Emmer, will be coming in and out. So if a member comes in, we'll stop the proceedings to let them introduce themselves and get them up to speed. For the attendees today, today's roundtable, just so you understand, is considered a very informal workshop, and it's a listening session for the members to determine what elements are necessary to bring forth in legislation. So what you say here today, members and their staff will be taking notes to consider about what might be necessary to include in legislation. So please understand that. So that we can accommodate all of you, there's, I think, over 45 participants. We're going to ask you to keep your remarks short, maybe 2 minutes, and stringently as I can. As Mr. Davidson said, we're going to have 3 panels. It's because we don't exactly have 3 tables, it's going to be kind of difficult to limit the discussion to any particular table. So I think folks should be sort of free to raise their hands if they have a contribution for that. But please, if you know you're not on one of the sections that is called up for the moment, maybe allow those folks who are to speak first. So without delay, why don't we get started? So the first session is on token taxonomy, which let me stand so you all can see me. I can see all of you. It's about classification. It's about what are these tokens? What are these currencies? Are they securities, commodities? Are they currencies? How do we make those determinations? And so the way I thought I'd approach each of these sessions is to maybe ask a sort of opening question that's broad to get some reaction from folks. I think the taxonomy folks are more on this side. So I'll ask a question to maybe kick it off, and then maybe folks can react to that answer. And of course, members, please let us know what questions you may have. So the first question I have is, given that over the past several months, the SEC has given us a lot of good clarity about tokens and about how they view their classification. So for example, they've made it pretty clear, at least in the staff's view, that tokens like Bitcoin and Ethereum and things like them are not securities. And they've also made it pretty clear that tokens that have been offered in pre-sales as securities are clearly securities. So given that we have that clarity now, what's left? Right? What's left in the middle? What's unclear that you would like to see answered? And to address that, I would ask maybe if there's somebody from industry who's maybe engaged in an ICO, offered an ICO, and now you have a lack of clarity, we'll come to you. So I see Marvin and I see Ryan. Anybody else? So we'll start with Marvin. Let's go to Ryan.
Thank you, and I'd like to echo Jerry's thanks on behalf of our 100 employees and over 1,000 accredited investors in our token.
Can I just say, please introduce yourself and who you are, what company you're with.
Sure. I'm Marvin Amori. I'm the General Counsel of Protocol Labs. And in many ways, we're a pretty traditional Silicon Valley story. Our founder studied distributed computing at Stanford. He went through Y Combinator, the same accelerator that Dropbox and Airbnb and Reddit went through. And we, in other ways, we're different. We invented a low-level open source protocol that's a competitor with HTTP to try to change the way the internet works in terms of storing and sharing data so that you could more easily share data in a peer-to-peer, decentralized way where data can be stored and shared not just in big data centers. A year ago, we did our token sale. It's called Filecoin. At the time, it was the biggest token sale that had happened. It was over 200 million. And the technology will permit people to essentially rent their hard drive space to people who need storage space. So that rather than, if you have an application and you want a decentralized application, you could store the files, the images, the videos in a decentralized and distributed way. It's a very ambitious project, and a lot of people were willing to invest in it, in the tokens, including investors like Sequoia, Andreessen Horowitz in the room, Union Square Ventures in the room, the Digital Currency Group in the room is also an investor. The three people who invented it, one of them went into MIT as a grad student at the age of 14, the youngest grad student ever accepted at MIT. A whole bunch of really smart people that I work for, trying to do something really innovative and very challenging. When we did our token sale, there was not that much certainty, but we were able to work with some really great lawyers to come up with a framework that we thought worked, the SAFT framework, one sitting right next to me, named Marco Santori. And the framework we put out was, hey, we believed that because we were pre-selling a token, that it likely would be treated as a security by the SEC. There are strengths and weaknesses to that from a policy perspective, but we believe we have to do that to comply. We are going to deliver our Filecoin token network. Hopefully, we're building it now, hopefully within the next 2 years. And we're not sure at what point it will be considered a security or not a security. The guidance from the SEC, which is very welcome, essentially says, if you're decentralized enough, then you're not a security. We're not sure what that line is. We're not sure when we've crossed it. As a general counsel, I talk to lots of outside lawyers, and I feel like there's a cascade of uncertainty. When the SEC is a little uncertain, every law firm has their own special interpretation that you can pay them to give you, and they all try to distinguish themselves from each other. So it's like a prism from violet to red of different legal advice. So that's one big area of uncertainty. I'll just tell you the most depressing moment I've had, Jerry, if I can, as general counsel, which is talking to different law firms about, as a sort of contingency, about reincorporating abroad if we have to. As an American company with American leadership, we definitely want to build our company here, build our tech here, but our investors have told us, you need a backup plan. And I know increasingly companies that do launch token sales now tend to exclude the US. So I just want to give you those two vignettes of a day in my life.
Hi, I'm Ryan Singer. I'm the CEO of Chia Network. I co-founded it last year with Bram Cohen, the guy who invented BitTorrent. And the goal is really just to build a more sustainable, more useful, and more professional digital money for the globe. And it's been really interesting just kind of navigating what that means in 2017 and 2018. So I've talked about this on stage a little bit. We're going to be taking the company public before we launch the network. This is our way of coping with regulatory uncertainty, is to basically partner with the SEC and give them a thing they know how to regulate, which has been expensive and difficult, but it's fine. They've been very approachable, actually. It's just the lawyers that are expensive and difficult. We have kind of the same basic issue that Filecoin does. We call it the Ethereum question. So Ethereum, as I think everybody knows, did this pre-sale back in the day before anyone knew what was going on. And then the SEC said recently that the way that the network functions now, it's definitely more of a commodity than a security in terms of how the exchange ecosystem looks and how people use the token and kind of all of that stuff. And it's our plan to only sell equity until after our Ethereum moment. And then after that, once the network's sufficiently functional and decentralized and everyone's happy, then we're willing to participate in the token economy too. The problem is right now is we have no clarity to give ourselves or even our investors or the SEC about when that moment's going to be. We just know for a fact that it's not going to be the day after network launch. It's at least going to be a little bit farther than that. And so when we're talking in DC and when we're playing this game that you play here, that's really what we're looking for, is we're trying to understand, can we have a basic definition of what's decentralized enough, what's functional enough, what's the point where we can be another player in the ecosystem and not necessarily an issuer of an investment opportunity.
Thank you. I would just interject here because we've had a couple things on file, and one that to try to shape if you get input, because a lot of the companies in this dilemma, we'll call it the Filecoin dilemma, are early stage companies. And let's just say that if Apple, who we can all I think agree is sitting on a fair bit of cash, when they decided to launch iCloud, if they just said, we're just going to sell tokens for a terabyte of data on iCloud. Most people believed Apple had the technical expertise and the capital to create iCloud. They probably had it working quite well before they even told anyone it existed. But if they had chosen to do it with a token, to raise the capital, put iCloud out there, and they said, if for some reason this thing gets glitchy and it doesn't quite work right, we're not going to reimburse you for the token. I mean, the tokens get some risk that the product doesn't actually work. Does it look different? Are you really buying shares of Apple? Are you buying, it's not clearly not common stock. And so I think that's it hopefully touches on at least where my current understanding is there really such a thing as this token that has, whether you call it a utility token or some means of exchange that is not quite what the current securities market defines. And does that inherently look different just because of the amount of capital on the balance sheet of the entity offering the token?
My name is Marco Santori. I am the President and Chief Legal Officer of a company called Blockchain, which is easy to remember, not only because of the name, but we're also the largest wallet in the space, which is to say people come to Blockchain not to speculate on the price of cryptocurrencies, but to actually use them. And soon we'll be supporting a number of other cryptocurrencies, but beyond just the three that a number of the tokens, I should say, beyond just the three that we support today. So blockchain is focused on functionality. We are focused on people actually using these things as goods in commerce, as commercial, consumer, functional goods, which was actually a nice dovetail from my last job, where I was a partner at Cooley, which is an international law firm, and I...
All right. So we're waiting for Ryan Zagone. Hey, what's up?
No!
What's up? We're waiting for Ryan Zagone to come out and give us the shakedown or whatever and say hey, but the audio is so bad for this that we could stop it. In order for me to set up the audio differently, I think I'd have to restart the whole setup. So if you guys wanted to do that, we'd have to come back with a whole new setup. The audio's how it is, unless I take the time to turn off the stream and come back and set it up again with a different audio setup. So we can do that maybe if you want. But thinking about this, everyone's waiting for this discussion today, which honestly I don't think there's going to be too much from, but we're really looking at what's going to be said, if anything exciting happens. I don't think any breaking news is going to come from this exactly, but just the fact that they're there having a discussion and taking part in this narrative is exciting. I think that alone is good for the general cryptocurrency space. What does it mean? Yeah, it's not that simple. Those of you guys that are just like, just switch your sound to the stereo. No, it's not that easy. It's a streaming program trying to pick up the audio in different audio channels. It's not, you don't just switch your sound system to stereo, okay? I'm not retardo, okay? Anyway, this is just them talking about cryptocurrencies, the SEC roundtable on cryptocurrencies, thinking about what was happening. Yeah, honestly, a lot of you guys probably just need to turn your audio up because I couldn't do anything else. If I turn it up any louder, it got feedback loops going. So, yeah, the internal audios that I can run through the program, they can be loud because they're not coming out and getting picked up by my speaker. Now, I can, fix that. We can fix that. It'll be fine. Big things that are happening today in the headlines. If you're just joining, they're talking about JPMorgan and Quorum dealing a deal with 75 banks joining blockchain payment party. No big deal. Not too concerning. We also had the reason XRP price was dropping. It looked like people were saying, they're taking money off the table. People are taking gains because the gains are there. Also in the headlines, you can now convert XRP to cash in seconds from Japanese ATMs. WireX just all over the place. If you can repackage a headline and make it sellable, WireX knows how to do it. Cryptocurrency enthusiasts around the world, I think, are excited about WireX. When do we get them in the States is what I want to know. I'm not covering any more WireX news until I can get one in the States. That's the deal. You have to turn the volume to max to hear me now? Okay, let's go up. How about now? Okay. Now, WireX, cash in seconds in Japanese ATMs. That's right, good times. It's Jungle back on YouTube. We got Jungle back. He's back. His channel's up. He got saved by I guess, all of us, the people. It was you that did it. Good work, fam. Also, I think one of the best things really is This got posted on XRP Reddit. Thank you, Fubar, for posting this. It's the crypto addiction post. He posted it on our subreddit, on Kung Fu Nerds subreddit, and then, they posted it on our subreddit, and then they posted it on XRP subreddit, and boom, we need to get this thing voted up here. This crypto addict thing, let's get that voted up. No big deal. Yeah, WireX needs to get going in the U.S. Hey!
Brother, good morning, XRP family.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It looks like we still have some audio in the background from that guy. Trying to turn his audio off. Where's that guy? Hey, yo. Is he? All right, so the upvote on XRP subreddit, we need that. Thank you, Crypto Sifu. Good morning, Crypto family, XRP family. Apparently, Ryan Zagone is about to come on. So we're going to wait one more second and see if Ryan Zagone is about to chat on this bad boy, on this talk.
Thank you, Congressman Davidson, for holding the session today. I'm David Taub, a partner in the law firm of McDermott, Will & Emery, and that fact notwithstanding, I will keep my comments to well under 2 minutes. I had our firm's financial institutions group.
If I put it any closer, it gets feedback. This is as close as it goes.
There are several issues that and ambiguities in the law that plague the market for cryptocurrency today. But I see the key one as being the definitions around full functionality as opposed to decentralization. In our experience with clients that we've worked with in this space, none expect on the day they launch to be decentralized. Perhaps some can argue that they will, but most can't. And what they will be, however, is functional. And for their platforms to be useful, the tokens on their platforms need to be freely transferable. And for them to be freely transferable, they need not to be securities. And so fundamentally, I think we would benefit from a clear definition of functionality, and that definition triggers the ability for tokens to be non-securities and be freely transferable.
Hello, I'm Ryan Zagone from Ripple. We're a company using blockchain and crypto assets to improve cross-border payments, taking payments from, say, 2 to 4 days down to a few seconds at a much lower cost. Looking at the token taxonomy topic, I want to expand the lens out some from ICOs to broader crypto. It's a broader world than just ICOs, and the importance of looking at this entire sector. So we see recognition globally that blockchain and crypto assets will play a pivotal role in the next generation of finance and our national economies. And there are countries racing to provide regulatory certainty so that they can be the winner in this race. They can essentially take a stake as the global capital of finance, which is now in the US, moving elsewhere. We're seeing national holistic frameworks in other countries designed to drive the adoption of this tech. You can look at UK, Singapore, Japan. In the UK, there's now more people working in fintech than New York. Also Japan, Singapore, and Australia combined. So the race is real. They're winning because they have one framework that covers this entire technology. It gives certainty to the market across a variety of these technologies. Certainty is that prerequisite for adoption, and it's enabling much faster growth. Well, from the US's perspective, that's a strategy we invented in the early 90s with the advent of the internet. The White House came forth with one framework for electronic commerce. that gave certainty to the market for internet development, and that spurred the US to be a leader in internet technology. We see opportunity to take the same opportunity or the same move today. One framework for this entire technology. From a legislative perspective, a low-hanging fruit we can pull on is driving more coordination amongst regulators, particularly on token taxonomy and discussions of how risk should be addressed at company levels. What kind of mitigants, what type of best practices, and what type of licensing and registration. Thank you for your time today, and we appreciate the leadership both of you have had.
Hi, my name is Joyce Lai. I'm from Consensus. We are a venture production studio focusing on Ethereum blockchain. We had our first office in New York, but are now at over 1,100 people globally. So one perspective that the first one I want to make was to echo the previous panelist's point, which is that the competition around the world is real, but I think that there is still definitely time and opportunity for the US to be a real leader here. The perspective that we have here at Consensus is that we are a technology-focused company. So naturally, when we think of these types of problems, we ask ourselves, is there ways to use the technology itself to build these types of solutions directly into perhaps the token itself? So in the context of taxonomy, some of the ways that we can think about this problem is actually, how is the token actually built, and what are the rights or conditions and obligations that are built into the token itself. So for example, we can look into things like a requirement for a particular purchaser of the token to actually use the token on the network before they can do something else.
All right.
So these are some of the more creative things that technologists here at Consensus are thinking about to try to provide more clarity on this kind of hairy topic in a way that's easy and clear. And also kind of back to your earlier question, earlier point about
Can be here, but it is also a call for papers because.
Okay. So, what do you guys think about that? What's happening with Ryan Zagone? Ryan dropping some good stuff. That sounded pretty smart. He sounded pretty knowledgeable. Good points he made. The fact that the U.S. did a good job with the internet, setting up clarity, potentially how that could benefit us. Recreating that potential now in this market. Looking at, what was Ryan really saying too, with the potential of one bracket covering everything, so it's really simple. And then also thinking about, Ryan was also touching on the taxation, addressing the taxation issue. All good things. He seemed like he made some good points. To me, he made some good points. I think he obviously, probably gave him what they needed to think about. Potentially looking the cleanest, too. Looking real clean. Thanks, Zagone. He did good. What do you guys think? Zagone dropping it in there. We need updated clarification for the taxation. We need one bracket for regulation, and we need to do it now. I like your style, Ryan. I like his style, and he's right. So, will they respond to this is the good question. Will they respond positively to this? Will they take this opportunity to do something with their power, with all their power? Do you know? Do you think you know? Tell me what you think you know. Tell me more.